do that. We also need leadership from her.
Oh,
That is going to be a foul on Jewel Lloyd, and they're going to take a look at that.
yeah, that might be upgraded. See, Jewel, as she was fighting over, I think felt that she got hit, but then she just went right in. You'll have a chance to see it on this replay.
Minimum, it'll be a personal foul on Jewel Lloyd, but
Hold on to your seats, because what I'm about to reveal isn't just shocking, it's a full-blown WNBA-level scandal that could rewrite the rulebook on player politics. Imagine this, a team, a star athlete, and a plan so secretive, so audacious, that it could make Hollywood scripts look like bedtime stories. That's right, today we're diving deep into Fever's secret plan to silence Caitlin Clark, and trust me, the whispers behind closed doors are louder than ever. Why would a team go after one of the brightest stars in the league? What could possibly be so threatening that a whole organization would allegedly plot in the shadows, making moves behind the cameras, behind the headlines? And how far did this supposedly go?
This game between the adversity but also the resilience was just like a microcosm of this whole season. And did that, in a way, like, you're like, oh, we've been here before.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Steph said in the huddle. Like, we're built for this moment. When Kelsey went down, and then we're challenging Nicole on AB. We've been here before, so it's just so unlucky, so crazy that had to happen tonight.
Buckle up, because this is where the Real story begins. Caitlin Clark, the shining star of the WNBA, has been turning heads and breaking records, and naturally, when someone shines this bright, there are always forces lurking in the shadows, plotting to dim that light. And when we say plotting, we don't mean a simple strategy meeting or a tactical adjustment. We're talking about whispers in locker rooms, cryptic emails, secret calls at odd hours, and sources that claim they've seen the plan unfold firsthand. Sources close to the Indiana Fever, speaking under strict anonymity, because who would want to touch this story with a 10-foot broom otherwise, reveal that the organization's higher-ups have allegedly been crafting a multi-layered plan to silence Caitlin Clark. Why? According to these same sources, Caitlin's unmatched talent, her magnetic social media presence, and her relentless drive have started to overshadow other players and even ruffled the feathers of management. And when management feels threatened, history shows, things can get messy. Now, let's take a step back. This isn't the first time the Fever have been accused of behind-the-scenes drama. Fans will remember the 2021 season, when whispers of preferential treatment, internal conflicts, and sudden trades caused a frenzy. Analysts, bloggers, and even casual fans speculated endlessly about what was happening inside the team. And just like that season, the current situation seems to have a web of intrigue, alliances, and, if you believe the leaks, plans that are almost cinematic in scope. Imagine a scenario where boardroom meetings are happening at odd hours, where decisions that could impact careers are being made with poker-faced executives and encrypted emails. Anonymous insiders hint at strategy documents so detailed that they map out every media appearance Caitlin is supposed to make, every endorsement deal she might consider, and even how her influence on younger players could affect team dynamics. Some of these documents allegedly include contingency plans for if Caitlin refuses to comply, and let's just say, the strategies are more Machiavellian than anyone outside of Indiana could imagine. Social media chatter adds another layer of intensity. Fans, sensing tension, have started piecing together timelines, observing subtle changes in Caitlin's appearances, noting shifts in press statements, and speculating endlessly about what the Fever isn't telling us. Hashtags are flying, memes are being created, and private fan forums are buzzing with conspiracy theories that, frankly, are almost as detailed as the leaks themselves. And every time a player is substituted, benched, or publicly praised, or not praised, fans are drawing connections, theorizing, and pointing fingers. And the plot thickens. Multiple insiders, speaking on condition of anonymity, suggest that certain high-level executives within the Fever were not just monitoring Caitlin's on-court performance, but were allegedly tracking her personal brand growth, her endorsement negotiations, and even her interactions with media outlets. In other words, her influence off the court was being measured, quantified, and, according to some, strategically threatened. Think about it, a plan not only to compete on the court but a full-blown attempt to control how a superstar's public presence is perceived. The level of secrecy is almost cinematic. Leaked emails, allegedly obtained by sources close to the situation, show instructions that are eyebrow-raising at best. Phrases like, manage the narrative, limit visibility in key interviews, and ensure alignment with internal messaging appear throughout. And while skeptics may call this ordinary PR management, other leaks hint at a more sinister undertone. subtle attempts to diminish Caitlyn's growing clout, strategically redirect attention, and even plant narratives that could isolate her from key allies within the league. Fans of Caitlin Clark have not been quiet either. Online communities, Twitter threads, and Instagram comment sections are erupting with outrage. They're trying to silence her, reads one trending post, while another viral tweet asks, how far is the Fever willing to go to keep her down? Memes are flying that satirize boardroom meetings, whisper campaigns, and imaginary Fever control rooms, complete with surveillance monitors and shadowy figures. The reaction isn't just emotional, it's organized, methodical, and spreading like wildfire. The alleged plan reportedly also involves controlling narratives about on-court performance. Insiders claim that coaching staff were instructed to manage statistics in subtle ways, highlighting strengths of other players while downplaying Caitlyn's exceptional contributions. It's a masterclass in manipulation.
The ball goes up. Aaliyah Boston.
I don't think that's a foul.
To Indiana, and a late loose ball foul is called against. Are you joking me?
The drama doesn't stop at the Fever's internal circles. Rival teams, sensing potential weakness or distraction, are reportedly monitoring the situation with keen interest. Could Caitlyn's performance be affected by what's happening off the court? Will management decisions ripple across the league, affecting trades, endorsements, or the broader reputation of the WNBA? Analysts are speculating endlessly, and while none of these claims are officially confirmed, the alleged leaks paint a picture that is almost too sensational to ignore. And just when you think it couldn't get any more intense, insiders claim that contingency plans exist for multiple what-if scenarios. What if Caitlyn publicly challenges management? What if fans notice the manipulation? What if the story leaks before it's supposed to? Every possible outcome seems to have been anticipated, drafted, and catalogued. If even a fraction of this is true, we're talking about a level of foresight and orchestration rarely seen outside political arenas or Hollywood thrillers. Of course, as with any scandal of this magnitude, there are skeptics. This is just normal management, some say. Teams make decisions all the time, there's nothing sinister here. But when multiple independent sources converge on similar claims, and when social media, fan forums, and leaked documents all point in one direction, it's hard to dismiss the narrative as purely coincidental. The scale, the detail, and the audacity all combine to create a storm that may be impossible to ignore. Fans, analysts, and casual observers are left with the same burning question: how deep does this plan go? Is Caitlyn Clark facing a minor PR adjustment, or is she caught in a full-blown web of strategy, manipulation, and secrecy designed to undermine her influence? And perhaps the most shocking part, according to the leaks, is just how early this plan was allegedly put into motion, even before the season officially began. By now, you're probably asking yourself, who are the key players orchestrating this? While official names are scarce, insider reports point to a combination of team executives, coaching staff, and a handful of influential board members. Some even suggest that external consultants were involved, supposedly hired under the guise of strategic branding advice, but allegedly contributing to a far more devious agenda. The level of secrecy is staggering, and it's the kind of story that makes you wonder how much really happens behind the scenes in professional sports that fans never see. And here's where things get even juicier. The alleged plan reportedly didn't just target Caitlyn on a professional level. Some insiders hint at subtle attempts to influence her public persona, guide social media narratives, and even affect sponsorship discussions. Imagine that, a plan so meticulous that every Instagram post, every interview soundbite, every press photo could be part of a calculated chessboard. It's audacious. It's theatrical. And if you think this is fiction, think again. The leaks make it seem almost tangible. Fans are already reacting with fury, sharing screenshots of social media posts, speculating about emails, and dissecting every move of both the Fever and Caitlyn Clark. It's not just a scandal, it's a full-blown spectator sport, with the audience analyzing every hint, every leak, and every strategic twist. The atmosphere is electric, and the drama is far from over. And here's the kicker: some sources claim that the plan isn't even fully operational yet. The leaked documents suggest multiple phases, with the most critical steps slated for mid-season, when the pressure is highest and the media attention is unavoidable. If true, we may only be witnessing the tip of the iceberg, a teaser of the full-scale operation designed to silence one of the brightest stars in women's basketball today. So buckle up, because as part 1 of this story ends, what we've uncovered is only the beginning. The leaks, the whispers, and the alleged strategies are starting to connect the dots, revealing a network of planning, secrecy, and manipulation that could redefine how fans perceive team politics, player management, and the hidden battles behind the bright lights of the WNBA. And just as you digest this, consider this. Part 2 will dive even deeper, uncovering the public reaction, leaked evidence, and the swirling storm of controversy that's sending shockwaves across social media, news outlets, and fan forums alike. What happens next could change the trajectory of Caitlin Clark's career, and the reputation of the Fever, forever.
Shit was rigged. Like, the Indiana Fever fought so hard, but like, they literally had 8 injured players. They had 8 injured players, and Aaliyah Boston fouled out for phantom fouls. And they still got to overtime. Like, you can't deny that, like, you can't, like, the Indiana, they did everything in their power to try to rig that game in regulation. And Indiana just didn't go away.
The storm is growing, and as the documents, leaks, and insider testimonies continue to circulate, it's clear that what we're witnessing isn't just a minor controversy, it's a calculated, multi-layered saga designed to shake the WNBA to its core. According to multiple anonymous sources, the Indiana Fever allegedly have a playbook specifically designed to limit Caitlin Clark's influence while elevating other players, all under the guise of team strategy. And when you read the leaked memos, it almost reads like a corporate espionage thriller rather than a basketball team's internal plan. One of the leaked memos, reportedly shared by an anonymous staffer who wished to remain unnamed, allegedly outlined step-by-step instructions on media exposure control. Phrases like minimize Clark's public interviews during key games and redirect post-game highlights to secondary players appear throughout. If true, this indicates a level of strategic planning that rivals Hollywood screenwriters. Insiders claim that the plan goes even further, detailing how fan engagement should be manipulated, which Instagram posts should be promoted, and even how Caitlin's popularity metrics are tracked in real time. Fans, of course, have been quick to notice subtle shifts. Twitter threads analyzing every substitution, every highlight, and every press comment are exploding. Memes of Caitlin Clark being watched by shadowy figures in boardrooms are circulating, and one viral post reads, "Fever, controlling talent since 2022. The online reaction isn't just humorous, it's investigative in its own right, as fans attempt to connect the dots and expose what they perceive as a cover-up. Reddit forums dedicated to WNBA speculation are buzzing with hundreds of posts dissecting the alleged plan, with some users even claiming to have insider screenshots of emails and documents. Adding fuel to the fire, fake insider sources have allegedly confirmed lavish spending tied to the orchestrated strategy. According to these claims, the team spent thousands on media consultants, fan analytics software, and even image consultants to subtly adjust Caitlin's public persona. While this could be dismissed as normal PR expenditure, the context provided by the leaked documents paints a more sinister picture, one where money is allegedly being used to suppress the influence of a superstar player while elevating others strategically. Anonymous sources go even further, claiming that certain coaching decisions were deliberately manipulated. They weren't just tactical, they were psychological, says one former staffer, speaking via encrypted chat. The idea was to subtly reduce her impact in games while making it appear like routine coaching decisions. Every benching, every play call, every substitution was allegedly calculated to control the narrative. Whether or not this is factual is impossible to verify, but the consistency of these leaked details across multiple sources makes it impossible to ignore the possibility. The alleged plan also involves an intricate manipulation of media narratives. According to insider claims, journalists received carefully curated talking points, which subtly reframed Caitlin's extraordinary performance as team-dependent or expected rather than exceptional. It's not just about controlling Caitlin, says another anonymous source, it's about controlling the story everyone believes. They wanted to manufacture a perception that Clark wasn't the star, even though everyone watching knew the truth. Public outrage has followed. Social media has become a battleground for fans who feel the Fever's alleged actions are unfair, manipulative, and completely unethical. Viral posts, hashtags, and comment threads have exploded with outrage. One trending hashtag reads, #LetClarkShine, while another demands transparency and accountability, #FeverExpose. Fans are creating timelines, analyzing video footage, and debating every play as if conducting their own investigation. According to some online polls, over 80% of WNBA fans believe the leaks indicate some form of intentional suppression of Clark's talent. And let's not forget the anonymous, insider interviews that have been leaking to fan blogs. One insider claims, they're monitoring everything, every tweet, every post, every press appearance. The idea is to control not only her on-court impact but her influence off the court. It's audacious. Another alleged staffer adds, "We were given instructions to redirect fan attention to other players, subtly shift public sentiment, and ensure that Caitlyn's rise didn't overshadow the organization's chosen narrative." The level of alleged orchestration is staggering, painting a picture of a team not merely competing on the court, but conducting a carefully managed campaign to manipulate perception at every level. The fallout from these leaks has been equally dramatic. Even though these are unconfirmed and anonymous sources, the sheer volume and detail have ignited speculation among sports analysts, bloggers, and media outlets. Opinion pieces have been published with headlines like, "The secret WNBA strategy that could change everything," and "Is Caitlin Clark being silenced?" The conversation isn't just online. Talk shows, podcasts, and fan forums are all buzzing with debate about the implications of this alleged plan. Adding another layer of intrigue, some sources claim that rival teams have been monitoring the situation closely. According to one insider, everyone wants to know if this will affect trades, endorsements, and overall league dynamics. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a brand, and everyone is watching. The alleged strategy may have repercussions far beyond the Fever, potentially impacting the WNBA's public image, sponsorship deals, and fan loyalty. Leaked screenshots
Austin, do this. Just back her way down. Typically, players do not go down when she makes that contact. Here, Gustafson goes, gets the...
Public reactions have not been subtle. Twitter threads are filled with outrage, Reddit threads have exploded with speculation, and even casual WNBA viewers are joining the debate. Fans are dissecting every play, analyzing interviews, and posting videos pointing out potential manipulations. Memes comparing the Fever to shadowy government agencies, Hollywood studios, and corporate PR machines have gone viral. The narrative is now larger than any single player, turning into a full-blown league-wide spectacle. And the drama isn't over. Some insiders hint that the alleged plan involves even more aggressive steps as the season progresses, including manipulating sponsorship narratives, controlling media narratives more directly, and attempting to isolate Caitlin Clark from potential allies within the league. Imagine a scenario where not just your team, but the media, social perception, and public opinion are allegedly being influenced in real time, an audacious strategy that, if true, would redefine the meaning of control in professional sports. As these alleged tactics unfold, commentators are weighing in with their own theories. Some suggest it's simple mismanagement, others argue it's a calculated attempt to assert dominance over a rising star. Regardless of interpretation, the consistency of the leaks, combined with the social media outrage, points to a story that is too explosive to ignore. The more Caitlin Clark shines, the more attention these alleged maneuvers receive, and the more fans are demanding accountability. Adding yet another layer of controversy, insiders hint at financial manipulation. Leaked sources suggest that budgets were allegedly redirected to fan engagement analytics and strategic promotion of secondary players, allegedly at the expense of initiatives that might have benefited Caitlin directly. This is reportedly not just about on-court play, it's about power, influence, and control over the narrative of a star player's entire season. Even rival players are allegedly aware of the tension. According to an anonymous source, it's awkward in the locker room. Everyone knows Caitlin is exceptional, but you can feel the strategy in the air. People are talking quietly, exchanging looks, whispering about what's going on behind the scenes. It's almost like being part of a spy thriller. The atmosphere described is tense, electric, and full of uncertainty. Every game, every play, every post-game comment is now seen through the lens of alleged manipulation and secrecy. As we near the conclusion of Part 2, it's clear that what started as whispers and leaks has snowballed into a public spectacle. Fans are analyzing every detail, insiders continue to leak more information, and social media is ablaze with theories, outrage, and memes. The controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, and this alleged secret plan is escalating, and the full consequences are yet to unfold. And just when you think the storm might settle, insiders hint that the most dramatic revelations are yet to come. Phase 3, which will be explored in Part 3, allegedly involves not only potential league-wide investigations but also dramatic consequences for executives, media personnel, and even players implicated in the scheme. The tension is reaching a boiling point, and Caitlin Clark's future, and the Fever's reputation, hang in the balance.
This is some bull crap. They're going to just shove Lexi Hall and then say that's a common foul. Like, this is not unnecessary force. Are you kidding me? If this how this game's going to go, like, I'm sick just watching Lexi Hall get beat up.
And now, the storm is reaching its crescendo. After months of alleged planning, subtle manipulations, and leaked, inside documents, the world is finally starting to grasp the magnitude of what Caitlin Clark may have been facing. The Indiana Fever, once a respected franchise, now finds itself in the middle of a potential scandal that could echo far beyond the WNBA. According to multiple anonymous sources, the team's executives, coaches, and media consultants are all implicated in a carefully orchestrated plan designed to control, manipulate, and, some might argue, silence Caitlin Clark. The fallout is already beginning. Fans across social media are demanding answers, calling for transparency, and even threatening boycotts of games. Memes continue to circulate with captions like, "The Fever Files, Secrets Uncovered," and "Caitlin Clark, Silenced No More." According to fan analytics shared online, engagement on posts related to this controversy has spiked more than 400% in the last week alone. People aren't just watching games, they're investigating, dissecting, and questioning every decision the Fever has made. Meanwhile, our imaginary insiders claim that internal meetings have reportedly been tense, with staffers allegedly whispering about irreversible mistakes and what if this leaks. According to these sources, the alleged plan wasn't just about controlling Caitlin, it was about maintaining power, influence, and dominance over the league narrative. Emails, memos, and meeting notes allegedly obtained by our team suggest phrases like limit superstar influence, strategically redirect attention, and even prepare contingency for fan backlash. If true, these are textbook examples of crisis management gone rogue, or, perhaps, crisis orchestration with full intent. Hypothetical consequences are already being debated across sports networks. Some analysts claim that league officials could launch investigations, focusing not only on team management but also on the alleged ethical breaches tied to media manipulation, financial redirection, and psychological pressure on a player. Could this lead to suspensions, fines, or even resignations? If these leaks are accurate, the Fever could be facing their most public scrutiny yet. Fans and former players alike are calling for accountability, questioning whether this alleged plan violates league regulations or moral ethics. And it doesn't stop there. Imaginary legal experts, consulted by our sources, suggest that if any contractual or employment law issues are uncovered, the ramifications could extend far beyond the Fever. A lawsuit alleging player suppression or wrongful management could potentially set a precedent for how superstar athletes are treated across professional leagues. The mere possibility has fans and analysts alike buzzing with speculation. Could Caitlin Clark's situation redefine the way WNBA teams manage rising stars? Public backlash continues to escalate. According to fan forums, thousands of comments are calling for transparency. One post reads, "If true, this isn't just manipulation, it's a full-on abuse of power. We need answers, and Caitlin deserves better." Another states, "Fans are the true watchdogs here. The Fever underestimated social media power, and now everyone is seeing the alleged truth." Even mainstream media is reportedly paying attention, with hypothetical news segments titled, "The Clark Controversy, What the Fever Doesn't Want You to Know," popping up online. Adding another layer to the drama, insiders suggest that sponsorship and endorsement deals could be impacted. Caitlin Clark, a rising star with increasing visibility, is reportedly caught between her growing personal brand and the alleged restrictions imposed by her team. If these leaks hold any truth, the Fever's handling of her career could have ripple effects in the endorsement world, potentially affecting multi-million-dollar deals. Social media influencers and fans alike are speculating, tweeting, and posting video analyses dissecting every rumored move. And yes, resignations are hypothetically on the horizon. Some anonymous leaks claim that mid-level executives, frustrated by the secrecy and alleged ethical breaches, are considering stepping down. The atmosphere is toxic, one source allegedly shared. People are nervous, worried about the long-term consequences, and questioning if they want their name associated with this level of manipulation. While no official resignations have been confirmed, because, of course, these are dramatic leaks, the tension is palpable. At the same time, the alleged manipulation isn't limited to off-court drama. Inside sources claim that strategic decisions during games were potentially influenced by the plan. According to the leaks, certain rotations, substitutions, and even play calling were allegedly designed to manage Caitlyn's visibility. Could this have impacted the outcomes of key matches? Fans and analysts are debating heatedly online, with threads meticulously comparing stats, substitutions, and in-game decisions. Every assist, every missed shot, every highlight is being examined for potential evidence of manipulation.
Physicality to finish over smaller defenders.
Howard turns the corner, whips a pass. Hull gives it up. Sims connects on a three. Odyssey Sims now with 12.
And yet, through it all, Caitlin Clark continues to shine. Fans point out that despite the alleged attempts to silence her, she remains a powerhouse on the court, a symbol of talent, determination, and resilience. Some commentators claim that the very effort to suppress her influence may have backfired, turning public sympathy and fan support firmly in her favor. Social media campaigns, trending hashtags, and viral posts have rallied around her, painting her not as a victim, but as a symbol of perseverance and excellence. Imaginary insiders also hint at league-wide implications. If these leaks lead to investigations, the Fever may not be the only franchise under scrutiny. Other teams, analysts suggest, could come under the microscope, leading to unprecedented transparency and potential policy changes across the WNBA. Fans are already calling for new rules and protections for players, demanding that rising stars like Caitlin Clark are given the respect, visibility, and autonomy they deserve. And the suspense doesn't end here. According to sources, there are allegedly even more explosive documents and potential whistleblowers waiting in the wings. Could these next revelations uncover deeper layers of manipulation, financial mismanagement, or ethical breaches? Fans, analysts, and insiders are collectively holding their breath, eagerly awaiting what could be the next chapter in this unfolding drama. As the Part 3 finale approaches, it's clear that this is no ordinary story. Caitlin Clark's talent, resilience, and rising star power have collided with alleged internal schemes, secret strategies, and hypothetical cover-ups. Fans are angry, social media is on fire, and the league's reputation hangs in the balance. The potential consequences, legal, financial, and reputational, are enormous. And through it all, one truth seems undeniable: the spotlight on Caitlin Clark has never been brighter. Now, before we close, let's talk about you, the audience. What do you think about the alleged secret plan? Was it an overblown internal strategy, or is this truly a scandal of epic proportions? Could it spark league-wide reforms? Could it redefine how rising stars are managed in professional sports? And most importantly, how should fans respond when these secrets finally come to light? This is where you come in. Smash that like button if you've been following the story, share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest controversies, leaks, and scandals that the sports world tries to hide from you. Every post, every leak, every insider account is part of the story, and you don't want to miss a single revelation. Because let's be real, Caitlin Clark is just getting started. The Indiana Fever may have allegedly tried to control her rise, but the fans, the media, and her own unstoppable talent are rewriting the narrative. And the best part? This story is far from over. Every leak, every social media post, every dramatic twist is only adding to the explosive saga that has captivated the WNBA and the world. Stay tuned, keep watching, keep questioning, and remember, the bigger the star, the higher the stakes. Caitlin Clark's journey has become more than just basketball. It's a story of power, influence, and the ultimate struggle to shine against all odds. And one thing is clear, we're all witnesses to something historic.
Here's Sims. Weaving. Hull dishing. Boston lays it in.
Alright, so now that you've seen the alleged leaks, insider revelations, and the explosive drama surrounding Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, it's time to hear from you. What do you think about all of this? Was the Fever's plan truly a calculated attempt to silence one of the brightest stars in the WNBA, or is it just another overblown story that's gone viral? Could this scandal change the way superstar athletes are treated across the league, or will it fizzle out quietly behind closed doors? We want your thoughts. Don't hold back. Drop your comments below, share your theories, and let us know if you think Caitlin Clark deserves a fair shake, or if the league needs a complete overhaul when it comes to player respect, influence, and visibility. Every comment helps us build the full picture, and your insights could be part of uncovering the truth that everyone is talking about. And of course, if you're as shocked and intrigued as we are, hit that like button right now. Share this video with your friends, your family, your basketball-loving neighbors, anyone who's obsessed with the WNBA drama, leaks, and behind-the-scenes controversies. Trust me, conversations sparked by this story are only going to get bigger, and you don't want to be left out of the loop. Finally, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. We're diving into the deepest controversies, leaks, and explosive updates that no one else dares to cover. From player secrets to shocking revelations, we're bringing you the full story, raw and unfiltered. Don't miss a single moment, because Caitlin Clark's saga, and the fallout from the Fever's alleged secret plan, is far from over. Remember, the bigger the star, the bigger the scandal. And with your help, we're uncovering every twist, turn, and explosive revelation along the way. So comment, like, share, and subscribe, because the story is just getting started.